What up, y'all? Chillin' Carter 94 feet 8. Man, the Detroit Pistons have been taking some L's, and it's really kind of crazy. When I'm looking at that roster, it's like they should be a lot better than what they're doing on the court, on how they're performing. Because when I instantly just heard about them losing their 25th straight game against the Utah Jazz, it was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, we're not 2-26 bad. You know what I mean? Like, no way are we that bad. So yes, I think we can turn it around. I think we can play a lot better brand of basketball than we're playing right now.
Is it Monte Williams? Is he overrated? What's the problem? Is it the players not stepping up? What is it? But something need to change for Detroit. Detroit deserves better. As a whole, the city, the fans, they deserve better. I'm looking at that roster of Jaden Ivey, a young rising star potentially. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duran doing his thing in the paint as a youngin. Like that alone, veterans like a Bojan Bogdanovic, like hoopers. It's like ain't no way in hell. How y'all lose 25 straight games? That's crazy. It's like I'm looking at that roster and I'm doing comparisons to like the trust the process 76ers. It's like in terms of where they're at in their career and their skill level, it's like how the hell you losing 25 straight games? Because the 76ers, that 2014-15 season for that trust the process team, he lost 28 straight. And that team had people like Michael Carter Williams leading the way with only averaging like 15 points. And it's like, it's crazy. Even though they did have some notable names like Robert Covington, Glenn Robinson III, different players, but they just wasn't on another level at that point. They were young and not really there. So they was kind of just forced upon to play. So it wasn't really ready. It probably was like they needed more development. The best way to put it. They had Nerlens Noel at that time, but they just wasn't putting up enough production. They were almost dead last in every category, from offense and defense. So it was all bad. It's like it's crazy, but you considering like this Detroit Pistons team, it's like what the hell is going on? You got Asar Thompson, someone who's two-way. Well, I don't say two-way, mostly on the defensive side at the moment. But, you know, Roderick Pitt got some talent. It's like it's really confusing to see how this Detroit Pistons team is playing right now. Hopefully the Pistons can get it together, but I won't be surprised if they looking to probably move Monte Williams because that's usually how they do it. They might fire him at the end of this season or in the middle because you know how that goes with the NBA. They love to blame everything on the coach, but I don't want to blame everything on the coach because I don't want to assume because I'm not in the locker room. I'm not, you know, with the team to really dig deep to really understand the problem, the issue. So I would just put it as it could be both ways. I don't want to put all the pressure on the coach because the players got to perform as well because he can throw any type of assignment or schemes he need to on the board for the players to do, but the players got to execute on the floor. And if they're not executing what is said to be done or needed to be done, then it's gonna be a failure on the court. So, oh man, I don't know, man. I'm praying for y'all Detroit Pistons, man. Hey, y'all been trying to get them wings. What was that I've been seeing? Hey, it's I can't win a game, man. It's tough. You got too much talent. You got young talent like Cade Cunningham, man. I just want the best for him. I want the best for the young teams, man. That's growing. I like seeing what's been going on with the Rockets, man. They growing. Got Ime Udoka having the Rockets take their game to another level. They're not like the top team in the West, but like they're improving. They're not like dead to last like years before. It's like the Rockets are improving. The Pacers up and down at the moment. They pissing me off. They my squad and they pissing me off right now. After what happened with the in-season tournament, doing good, making noise early in the season, you know, got all the spotlight. Things a bit iffy with them, but you know they did make some good momentum starting off in this season. They're a growing team, and then it's like the Pistons. Oh, and don't get me wrong. Oh, and don't can't forget about the Orlando Magic. They growing. They on another level. They improving. And it's like these young cores are doing well, improving. Then here goes the Pistons, still stuck, and maybe even worse. And it's like, damn, what the hell is going on? Hopefully, it's going to be very interesting to see how does the management, how does the staff, the GM, president, whatever, adjust this, because I would think out of all the teams that they would have the most team meetings. Because I've been hearing about the Bulls early on having the most team meetings. I would think the Pistons should have the most team meetings by now. It's crazy, but yeah, man. Hopefully y'all Pistons can get it together. Yeah, I'm rooting for y'all Detroit fans, man. Hey, y'all deserve better, man. Y'all deserve better. Next up, man, Indiana Pacers. As I talked about, they just played the Memphis Grizzlies and they just took an L in Memphis as Ja Morant played his second game and returning, and that was a bit of a annoying game, being down 20 early on in the first half, and we fighting back before halftime late in the second quarter and making it like a 2-point game, 3-point game, and yeah, it was not that great of a game. It has not really been that great for the Pacers since after the in-season tournament, and a lot of pressure has been on Tyrese Haliburton, and there's been a lot of slumps from a lot of other players on the floor, such as Buddy Hield missing a lot of shots, Bruce Brown not performing like he should. It just hasn't been that great. A lot of up and down. But Benedict Mathurin did some good things, but then he'll have a down game. This game wasn't the best. Solely, I wouldn't blame everything on him because he didn't get a lot the minutes in this game. He wasn't really put on the floor as much as I probably would prefer. Uh, I don't know, man. I just know that the Pacers, they are in a weird spot, and I feel like it is important this year. They want to take their game to the next level. They want to take their team to the next level. It's best that they might Kevin Pritchard, Chad Buchanan. They need to lock in and work on making some moves, trades immediately. But it's more than that, because there are some things that's in house that can be fixed. One can be looking at playing Jarris Walker, playing Ben Shepherd, getting some fresh legs on the floor who actually can perform. And I feel like when you get a lottery pick, when you draft a lottery pick like Jarris Walker, it's like, why are you putting him in the G League this much anyway? He's not a second round player. You put him, you drafted him in a lottery, and if you don't think he's good enough yet, then you have an issue with your drafting choices because you should have chose somebody who's ready. If you don't think he's ready, you done made the wrong decision then. You probably should have got Taylor Hendricks or somebody, because I'm like, we don't have that much skill on our team. Honestly, from the jump when the season started, I felt like Jarris Walker should have been getting minutes. I don't give a damn of his flaws. What he brings to the table is important, and that's defense and rebounding. And even if his defense isn't the best, it's better than Toppin's already. Even as a youngin, even as a person who's inexperienced playing against the pros, defensively, he already is better defensively and rebounding wise than Toppin. So, and the playmaking, the passing IQ wise, he just brings some good things to the table. And he's shown the ability to stretch the floor, even if he doesn't seem that consistent. Toppin's not that consistent either. So it's like, it should be more of an open field at that forward spot in general, 3 and 4, whatever. Like, it should be more open because these players is not all that to be taking up all the minutes. If I'm just being quite real with y'all, like from my point of view, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Y'all let me know in the comments. But hey, man, I be playing them. Now, obviously, obviously the complaining would be, okay, if I'm saying play Ben Shepherd, if I'm saying play Jarris Walker, who would you limit the minutes from? Well, I will limit the minutes coming from Aaron Nesmith at the 4. When you have a real 4, when you have a real forward who could play the 3, play the 4, and Jarius Walker. I would have real size at that position and have Aaron these minutes, and that's make. And I think that's where I start to question or maybe jump on the bandwagon of some of the fans getting mad about Rick Carlisle because I'm starting, hey man, because I don't give a damn about my mindset is this. It's like even with Benedict Mathurin when he have these up and down games. Now I know the playoffs is important. You want to have Tyrese Haliburton, get that experience and all that. But at the same time, it's like I would at least well you leave I would say nah, you gave Benedict Mathurin real minutes, even off the bench last year, so that I wouldn't tripping too much on that. But this year is different. So Jarius Walker not getting really a minute at all as a lottery pick is what really make me draw the line. Basically, when I'm looking at Rick Carlisle and the staff, it's like it's weird because I would say I think it's best to at least give him a chance to play on the floor before really sending someone out to the G League when they're a lottery pick. At least give them a chance to show you what they're capable of first and foremost before you send them out. And I think it's a real issue with a lot of players and on a lot of teams that are being drafted. They're not getting that legit real opportunity to really show what they can do with real minutes and not garbage time. They're not getting that time in a game where they're given maybe or time in a game where they're given like 15 minutes at minimum. Like at least 15 minutes to show what they can do. Not like 2 minutes, you know? And I think that's the biggest part. And honestly, I don't give a damn how much G League work you try to give a player. I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the best experience, the best development is playing in the real NBA game against the real NBA talent because that talent is on another level than G League talent. Obviously, there are certain things that you can probably learn from the G League fundamentally, maybe learning how to shoot better, getting your confidence in that way, obviously, which is probably one of the ways of why the Pacers put Jarius Walker in the G League. But at the same time, there's a lot of other aspects than shooting that he could be working with in the NBA right now, playing along the way as he learned. And that's defense, obviously learning how to play defense against NBA talent, the top talent in the league. If since he was regarded as one of the best forward defenders, one of in college before being drafted. So it is, hey man, Pacers got some stuff to work on. I don't know what's gonna happen with Rick Carlisle, but hey, I was a bit iffy on him being re-signed and all that type of stuff with his contract. It's like I don't know if he earned that to be getting re-signed and all that. Even like honestly, I'll be looking at really evaluating everybody when it comes to really trying to help Tyrese Haliburton and build around him. When you're looking at these trades of these possible targets of OG Anunoby, Lauri Markkanen, Pascal Siakam, and so on, and maybe some people that we ain't even talking about. They might be on the radar. We don't know. I don't know, but Pacers, they got some things to work on, whether it's in-house or out looking for a move, trying to make a trade. I would say first and foremost, I'll be looking at what's in-house. And what's in-house that can improve is rotation. Based off of performance, based off of what Rick Carlisle has talked about in the training camp in the summer, talking about performance, rewarding people stepping up, rewarding people who's doing well, and letting minutes fluctuate and saying minutes is up for grabs and all that. I remember that. And nothing's gonna be given. Well, Keep that same energy because Jarace Walker, he been hooping when he's been given real minutes. Keep that same energy and give Jarace Walker minutes. Keep that same energy and give Ben Shepherd minutes. That's all I gotta say. Wara, he's up and down. He's iffy to me. Honestly, his shot selection is I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Jarace Walker's shot. Wara, Jordan Wara shot selection. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, he got size, so I'll at least throw a few minutes to him because he's earned it. Cause that group, the Timberwolves, when they were trying to get going, get the team going, and they fought and they actually did really well in their stretch when they were given real minutes. And I say reward them. So like, what's up? What's up with that? Hey, that's what I would say. And I feel like, yeah, that's what I would say when I'm talking about in-house moves before looking out to everybody else. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let me know in the comments if y'all agree or disagree, but that's my point of view with that. But yeah, man, Pacers got some work to do. Tyrese Haliburton got some work to do too, cause I gotta keep it real. Hey, he has not been hooping as much as we've seen in the in-season tournament. That you know, mostly it's been because he's been on the radar a lot more since after in-season tournament, so he has to adjust to how he's being guarded. Unfortunately, so but he's new to this. He's young, so he's gonna continue growing and have to read defense and how he's gonna be played. They're trying to run him out the line, make him pass the ball, making others try to beat them. And yeah, so shooting the ball, he can't. It's gonna be hard for him to try to get going shooting that ball, trying to get the team going, but and try to get his points up that way. He's gonna have to try to attack the paint like I seen him try to do against the Memphis Grizzlies in that second quarter. He needs to continue doing that. Attacking that paint, playing inside the arc, shooting the mid-range, hitting the floater, getting aggressive in that paint. That's going to probably be the best way that Tyrese Haliburton can really thrive going forward. And then he can extend out when defense is not locked in. And he can get some shots off from deep. But he's going to have to play probably inside out and not outside in. That's going to probably have to be how he needs to be played. But hopefully he figures it out because, hey, 17 points. Hopefully he figures it out. Hopefully he figures it out. We need at least 25 plus. You don't have to drop 40 and all that, but need at least 25 plus from him to make sure he's at least doing his job of stepping up as a leader. 25 plus points. Need at least that. In terms of I would say, the level that he's been talked about as being on, talk about potential superstar level and all that type of stuff. That's where it comes to mind when I'm talking about 25 plus points. That needs to be the standard on how you need to play. You need to figure out how to get to that. And because when he playing that way and playing aggressive and getting points, hell, even if he has to drop 30, so be it. Willing his way and really getting some momentum with the squad. But even with that, like I said before, everything else need to be figured out in-house in terms of rotation with size and just players performing and producing points on the board. From Ben Shepherd, from Jarace Walker, from Jordan Wara, they should be rewarded. Rewarded more minutes, more opportunity, even if it has to take away some others. So be it. I would say reward them. But honestly, I doubt it. I doubt it will happen. I'd be surprised. But I doubt it. At least Jarace Walker, at least Ben Shepherd. Jordan Wara was just an extra. But at least Walker and Shepherd, bro. They deserve it.